Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here, back with some more Battle for Zendikar spoiler, speculation, and discussion. We got some pretty cool stuff to talk about. Number one to talk about, I made a mistake in my last video, and I said that Omnath costs 6 mana. He, in fact, costs 7. For those of you who know how to read, you pointed this out. So thank you for noticing that. I still think with 7 mana that 99% of the time he's going to be 2 5/5s minimum, hitting play, like the turn he hits play. So 7 mana is still quite insane, and given the amount of ramp going on in the set, very likely that it's being 6-7. It's in the same range. He's going to be ridiculous regardless. So just pointing out, thank you for correcting me. Number two, we have the full art lands, or some of them at least, but we get to see a little bit how they're going to look, and for the most part they look fine. It's interesting to note that even though they said there's going to be 20 new arts, is what they're saying, what seems to be, and this could be wrong, could just be Mythic spoiler being dumb, it seems to be that there is artwork from the original set. Now, to be honest, I'm very happy that especially this artwork is back. This is my favorite mountain from the original set. If it is back, then that's freaking sweet. But it doesn't look like every single art is going to be new based on the current spoilers that are up here. They may be wrong. It's possible, especially because this is from a YouTube source, so maybe it was just supposed to be highlighting an example. I don't know. But the rest of the artworks look pretty cool. I'm very excited to see how these look, especially in foil, because as you know, I love full art foils. And yeah, they look really great so far. I hope we get to see the full package very soon. This actually, I don't know if this is supposed to be all of them or most of them. Either way, looks really cool. Some of them aesthetics are not my favorite things, such as this swamp. I know I didn't like similar artworks to this from the original set, but you know, you make do with what it is. Then we have some rather interesting news from the first Battle for Zendikar look that Wizards dropped in our laps. Besides for the trailer, which I will have a separate video kind of speculating, talking about it a little bit, and the awesome artwork, which we've already seen, of Gideon facing off against Ulamog and other smaller minions. The story, as we know it, is pretty much what we knew already. The Eldrazi Titans have been released, and I mean, to the point where I'm pretty sure Kozilek's not even there anymore, but Gideon returns and finds that Ulamog's kind of ruining everybody's day, so he wants to stop it. A group of planeswalkers join hands. Who are the group? We are pretty sure Nissa and Gideon are confirmed because we've seen them in artworks that have come out. So those two are confirmed. The question will be what happens with Jace, what happens with Ugin, what happens with Nahiri, because we've only seen her in the Commander product, but she could easily be in a set, especially if she involves working with allies. Definitely possible. That was the thing I was going to note. Gideon, a lot of you pointed out that Gideon's ability makes ally creatures. That was something I missed. Definitely something that will be important going forward. That if allies actually become something, it can make him even more powerful, and that could be the deck he fits in for a constructed environment, possibly. In terms of these cards, we already talked about them, but the important thing to note, which I missed, or it wasn't really up yesterday, is they're going to be having this thing called Zendikar Expeditions, which, for those of you who recall the original Zendikar set, they had a thing called Zendikar Treasures, or Hidden Treasures, whatever the specific name was, which was 1 in 20 or something boxes would potentially have an original dual land, or some such really old, awesome card. I think they even had Power 9. And the goal was, in the first printing, to kind of get people psyched. They would open the boxes, and then you could potentially pull a very expensive card. And they were real cards. They were not reprints. They were cards Wizard had on hand, I'm guessing, from way back when, and they kind of put them into this. Super sweet. Here, they're doing something different. They are making full art, foil, mythic, premium promos, we'll call them. And the idea is that they're going to be in the boxes with the same rarity, it sounds like, as a regular foil mythic, but my guess is we'll probably see one in several boxes, maybe 3, 4, 5 boxes, and they look gorgeous so far. I mean, we see Arid Misa and Steam Vents, and we actually just had one today, Hollowed Fountain, dropped. It looks pretty awesome, very different, very Zendikar flavored, Zendikar style, even though these are from way back when. They're not part of the Zendikar block per se. I thought Arid Misa was, Steam Vents was not. The question is, there's going to be 25 of these different lands. What are they going to be? So chances are they're going to be 5 of them straight up are going to be the 5 enemy fetches, and 10 of them are going to be the Shocklands, given that we've seen Steam Vents and then we've seen Hollowed Fountains, so we have 2 Shocklands. Chances are we're going to have all 10. Probably have all 5 enemy fetches, I would think, and that leaves us with 10 lands. Do you think they'll be the filter lands? That's my gut. My gut feeling is that they'll be the filter lands, because those kind of need some kind of printing. They've had amazing art in the past. I could definitely see them doing it now, especially as a way to help bolster Modern, and kind of, get people who want their really gorgeous cards for Modern. Here you go, it's another outlet. But they're going to be very rare, and they're going to be very gorgeous to look at, very expensive. How much they'll impact, I'll probably have a later discussion video in terms of their monetary impact once we kind of get a sense of what the market's considering for them based on pre-order and so on. We'll have a better idea potentially of where they're going to go. But regardless, I think it's really cool that they're doing something like this. It's definitely going to move a lot of packs. My number one thought is that they're probably going to cause stores to raise box prices. So if I were you, if you can get a pre-order with your local game store for a normal regular price, I would jump on it, because my gut feeling is when the full set's spoiled, chances are with these kind of things in it, the boxes are going to end up being $120, $130, like they did for Return to Ravnica, for example. Many stores raised prices on the boxes, and you could end up spending easily a $130 average for a box. It may even be, who knows, maybe $130, $140, $150, who knows, with these kind of lands and with how the set's going so far. It could be insane. So I would say if you can get your pre-order in, you want one, go for it very quickly. Try to get it in before prices potentially rise on that. Just, 2 pieces of advice. Nissa's Renewals is a spoiler. I mean, they had another spoiler here, Felidar Cub. It's 2 for a 2/2, destroy an enchantment. We've seen this before. It's literally just, it's a regular card. We've seen this kind of come in before, and there's nothing particularly special about it, but it does its work in limited. Nissa's Renewal is a rare, 6 for a sorcery. Search your library for up to 3 basic lands, put them into play tapped, shuffle your library, you gain 7 life. Is this a constructed card? Unlikely, even though it does activate 3 potential, it hits 3 landfall, which is what you have to think about. When you talk about lands coming into play in this set, there's a lot of landfall going on. So 3 basic lands into play. Basic lands activate the new duels. So if, let's say, you are getting duels later in the game, you don't have enough basics, there you have your guaranteed 3 basics coming into play. They activate multiple landfall effects, and you gain 7 life. Huge card for more casual formats. Definitely kitchen table, commander. This card's really solid. In terms of it's going to make it into constructed, I seriously doubt it. But it's still a very well designed card, and here we see Nissa looking all gorgeous. So I'm really excited. I want to see what they're probably going to make Nissa for this set, because they made another Gideon. Chances are they're going to make another Nissa, just how it's going to go. Though I honestly hope it's not artwork like this. I hope it's the artwork we've seen in the past that was speculated on. I'll point it out in another video if I haven't already. So what do you guys think about these Zendikar expeditions? I think they're a great idea. It'd be interesting to see just how much they impact the market, but regardless, they're gorgeous. I'm definitely going to try to get some for myself, because come on, they look amazing. And in terms of other stuff that's going on with the full art lands, you guys, full art lands are always awesome. So thank you, Wizards. Appreciate you guys bringing this back. Appreciate you sticking them into Fat Packs. All awesome stuff. What do you guys think about all this news, the spoilers, the speculation, the thoughts? Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then please tap the like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.